Evening. We're back doing this, I guess. This is, we're a graveyard keeper. My name is Dux. No relation. And, right now I think I'm just wandering aimlessly. Trying to find out what to do next. I don't really remember what we were doing the last time. Let's see. Oh, I can make wedges and firewood. That's right. Okay. I can also make... Yeah, okay. Oh, wooden marker. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then I can... Yeah, grindstone. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So there's got to be a J, journal, L, logbook. No? I guess character. What do we got? We got a Batwing, Green Jelly. Remember that band, Green Jelly? They did the Three Little Pigs, like, heavy metal thing? No? Some meat. Flesh, meat, flesh, meat, flesh, meat. Piece of stone. Got sticks, firewood. Is it a billet or a billet? Oh, yeah, and we get these experience points that we can use to do things like building. I haven't done any stoneworking yet. Alright. We were supposed to do something. We've done a couple things. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess I'm supposed to be improving the graveyard. That's one thing. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting a stamp from somebody, but I need some kind of item. I don't even know. I know I'm a night person, though. That's nice. Oh, shit. This guy's, like, decaying. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I guess we'll cut the flesh out. I didn't even realize that guy was in such bad shape. Okay, let's take the body back. I didn't want that guy to see anyway. Let's find a place to bury this decomposing body. Gravesite. Yeah, I guess this will work. Okay. Let's bury him. Let's inter this person. Alright. So, I guess at this point we need to make that grave at least nice a little bit. No. Peat. I need some peat and some red flowers, because I'd like to make some flower beds. Let's put a grave... No. Let's put it... No. Well... We're not doing that yet. Yeah. So what else is there to do? What am I supposed to be doing? New technology. Let me see. What's down here? A crematorium? Alright. Later. Okay, so I really need to see, like... Is there like a quest button? How do I quest? Okay, let's see here. Maybe this is it. Known NPCs. He's down below in my... He's somewhere. Graveyard keeper, right. Jerry, right. Donkey, Yorick. He's an asshole that lives on my farm. Okay, there we go. This is what's happening now. I found it. Talk to the astrologer about the portal. Activate the portal on Witch Hill. Alright, demonstrate that you're worth talking to. Alright. Right. I need to find paper and ink. That was one thing. Okay. 3 moths. Okay, so we've got some stuff to do. I don't remember where we find the paper and ink. I think the astrologer, right? Is that the... Well, it is dark, so let's go. I guess it's not going to be dark for long. In fact, not long at all. You know what? This game can probably be pretty boring. I'm gonna put on a radio show. We're gonna try to make this a little more interesting because I don't really know if I can make this interesting. You can watch it though.
I'm with you, brother.
I'm just nuts.
Do you really think you are?
Yeah, I think I am.
You used to act like you were just going through a thing, but now you've surrendered to it?
It just feels that way. I mean, I know I haven't done everything that, you know, would help myself, but I feel like just falling into that is just, you know, yeah, the surrendering to just being insane.
I didn't even understand that statement. Did anybody?
No. Surrendering to the insane.
Do you, but is it insane? Is it not just like, you know, nervous? It's gone from nervous. Do you literally think you're crazy now?
I have the past few times, you know, that I've been at the therapist, I have just asked about insanity. Every time. I've brought it up in roundabout ways and stuff, just because it's like, it feels like it's weighed on me.
What does? Weight on you?
Yeah,
Insane weight?
right.
But I think there's a giant difference between having panic problems and nervous problems and being insane. I don't even think they're connected, brother.
See, it feels like they're connected for me.
Do you want them to be connected?
I don't want them to be connected.
Uh-huh. I honestly don't think they are. I don't think that you can go from having panic attacks to being insane.
I think if anything,
I don't know
panic
why I
attacks
dug
might
that
be a
up.
symptom
Oh,
that you're very sane.
got experience for
because
that.
you're you know, you're just worried things are happening. I
Right.
don't think insane people, in other words, get panic attacks. You don't see like a crazy guy on the corner in New York City, you know, getting all nervous. He's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, and they never really worry about being crazy.
Right.
They think
That's right.
I'm the only sane person in a crazy world.
I feel like I've driven myself crazy.
All right,
Is
take.
it me doing that to you?
Oh no, it is all me.
Because I, you know, now that Wiki has put it out there, and of course Dave, I'm kind of paranoid about it.
No, trust me, it is all me.
Would you be willing to sign some papers that state that? That I'm gonna have my lawyer draw up?
I will sign whatever you want and with my therapist as a witness.
Well, what makes you feel like you're insane?
Because it's the fact that it's 24 hours a day.
What is?
The nervousness.
Yeah.
And that feels like something a crazy person would have.
Right. Do you know specifically what you're nervous about?
Everything.
Where are these moths at?
It's
You now think of the world as a plane that is taking off. Planet Earth is a plane that is now flying, and you are in a middle seat. You're not on the aisle, and you're not on the window.
that's exactly how I explained it to the therapist last week.
As what?
As like, you know, when I would be so bad flying and, you know, I'd get so nervous getting on a plane and I couldn't calm down. That's the feeling. And it's 24 hours.
Well, it's Friday. Why don't we just get drunk after the show? I mean, you don't get you're not nervous.
Yeah,
when
look
you
at all that
drink,
experience. Damn.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
dig up all those weeds.
Yeah.
So you
But you
are.
can't walk around drunk all the time.
Oh.
That would be crazy too.
Why not? My grandfather did it, and he had a hell of a life.
Jim Morrison.
I'm serious.
Right.
If you feel comfortable when you're drinking, why wouldn't that be the way out?
Because then that's just a mess for everybody else.
This is a mess.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh. Something there.
That's very true.
You want a cocktail? I get up in the morning,
Man,
make
I'm gonna
yourself
get a lot of
nice stiff
experience
drink.
with this.
Great. Woo. It's Charlie Wilson's War. He actually beat the Russians and drank the whole time he was doing it. Have you seen that movie yet?
No,
We
not
gotta
yet.
get back. We got a body.
Supposed to,
You're not really seeing a lot of movies, are you?
I saw the.
Do we have
big-
Allison Bales coming in next week, Earl?
Yes, we do.
Okay. What day?
Next Thursday.
Are you all excited that Vernon Reed's coming in?
Very excited.
Are you going to act like you do more things than you do when he sees you here? Be like you're running everything?
Yeah, I'll try to exert a little bit more control, yes.
Run, man.
Unlike yesterday's show where he walked out on his team and never came back the rest of the show.
That was so
dark.
bizarre.
Guess where he was? He told me.
Where?
Outside the studio door in the hallway. And I go, you could not have been. And Pitsy's just like comes to me and goes, he's crazy. He's lying. Pitsy said this. He's as crazy as your partner.
Well,
Really?
Fez might have some mental issues, but at least he's honest. That's what I think. Fez has a lot of virtues, and I think honesty is one of them. Unlike Earl.
Personally, I don't think anyone's honest.
No?
I just don't believe in honesty. I just see too much bull. Like, I don't think people set out to lie. I think they lie to themselves.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
The one thing I don't trust is anyone who calls themselves a good person, which you do that.
Right?
And as soon as someone says, I'm a good person, I'm like, who would say that about themselves? What kind of easy judge are you on yourself? All right, Pitsy, come on in here. I want to get an Earl update. What exactly happened with him yesterday that he disappeared? Was he ever right outside your door in the hallway?
No, he was not. He went to make a phone call, and he said, I'll be back in 2 minutes. And he disappeared for almost 50 minutes, Ron, and nobody could find him. I sent 2 interns to find him, and nobody knew where he was.
Now, quite frankly, when you've only got to be here for 3 hours, and you're gone for a third of that time, that's a fireable offense. Most of the things Earl does, he could be fired for.
Well, you see, the Yankees also play for 3 hours a day, and you don't see Derek Jeter just taking 50 minutes off.
If Derek Jeter
Walking out
says,
of the stadium.
I got to take a piss in the 6th inning, and they never saw him again to the end of that, people were showering.
Right.
He's suspended at the very least. You cannot disappear.
Is that Jeter's car leaving the parking lot?
But I was standing right by the freaking front door.
Were you wearing a Harry Potter invisible cloak?
The front door of what?
So where you walk into XM? I was standing right there.
So you left XM
I didn't leave
and
XM.
stood outside the door.
The only time I left was
How
because-
is that any different if you would have went down, got a cab, and went and got lunch somewhere? You left the studio. You stayed out of connection with your producers. You vanished.
I didn't vanish. The only time I even left like the actual room was to go to the bathroom, which is what I did. And then
All
I
right, so
came-
you are saying you could still hear the radio show the entire time.
I could faintly hear because I was standing by the door.
What is by the door?
I was-
Outside of XM?
Right when you first walk in, that little vestibule where
And you were outside of that.
I was not outside. I was right.
Where you were by Master Po's desk or outside the door?
I was by Master Po's desk.
Now, why would you be there? To make a phone call?
Yes, I was making the phone call.
If he was outside by Master Po's desk, and he could hear the radio show, when Ron said, "Where is Earl?" then he would have come in and
Yeah.
explained it to him. So you clearly did not hear the radio show.
No, I said
Lie
I
number
could
3.
faintly hear. And you're forgetting one thing, Dave. I was on the phone.
For 50 minutes?
Not for 50 minutes. I was trying to get an answer to something. I was making
line.
calls.
Was it the answer to anything that Fez or I cared about?
Yes.
Now you're lying. Because I know we didn't know what you were looking for, nor were we appreciating it, nor was it helpful to us. So that would be a lie. And all I wanted to do was get you in a lie, Earl.
It wasn't lying. I was trying to get an answer to something.
To an answer to a question Fez and I did not want. It was something for you, about you. And that's the truth.
Yep.
And he asked me about it too, and I said, it's not my deal. I wouldn't have any answer for you because it's not up to me.
What would he ask you? Whether we should or not?
No, whether it was taken care of by both of the hosts. And I said, I have no idea because it's not my deal, so how would I know?
You know, when we don't okay something immediately, we really don't want it.
Of course.
So when you went and okayed it and didn't forget not check with either the host, you didn't run it by your executive producer.
I did. I thought I did.
You did not.
It was a bold-faced fucking lie because when I asked you about it, you told me you had approval on it. He would try to work me against Ron, and I hate that more than anything in this life.
And I could back that up because I was standing there too.
I hate that more than anything. You told me, it was a bold fucking faced lie because I asked you, did Ronnie say yes? And you told me he did.
And I wasn't lying.
You knew.
And then I had the conversation with Ron about it. Ron didn't know a fucking thing about it.
Well, no. Here's what I said. I said, and the only time he asked me about it, and everybody here was sitting in that meeting when Earl brought it up. Do we want this? And everyone knows I'm like, oh. You know, I never pulled the trigger on it.
And Fez asked him in front of us.
Yeah.
And he lied to Fez. Right in Fez's face. And I know Fez checked up 2-3 times.
Because I'll tell you just as why Fez is screaming and acting, I'll tell you just as calmly as can be, I never gave you the approval on that. And the only time you asked me was in front of all these fucking people. And I didn't say no, but I definitely did not say yes. I said to everybody, you know, what do you think? And if you remember, everyone was just like, yeah.
That's why I asked him about it, because I knew in that meeting it didn't get okayed. So I had to assume there was something else, there was another conversation that I wasn't privy to.
He's awful quiet now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. What? What do you, I don't know what to say. I know.
The
I'm
truth.
Not, I'm not going to say anything.
You can't do that on radio.
I know you
show.
can do it. I mean, but obviously I'm wrong. So what am I going to say? I was wrong.
You can't always
But you
be
still
wrong.
got your way.
You can't always be wrong after the fact. You have to be right sometimes before the fact. And also be non-deceitful about it.
What's the difference? It makes zero difference. Now, Fezzy, before, when Wiki said we could get rid of him, at that one point, and you said, let's keep him, and I asked you what was the reason. What was your answer?
My word was friendship.
Is this friendship to you?
It is not friendship to me. Is there any way I can have a do-over?
Time machine.
You're
But
going to have to talk to Wiki about it.
technology hasn't caught up for a time machine yet.
Of course, Wiki has all these other concerns about you. You might want to keep your distance.
Just stay away from Wiki.
Because he asked me also, and in a nice way, is this executive producer thing too much for us?
When things like this happen,
Yeah.
I'll say yes. You know,
You want to step down from that?
I don't want to step down from it, but when I get, backstabbed like this,
Well, my problem is this. I don't mind having what you consider yourself a crazy
I
person,
need like
right?
a
Yeah.
horse to
You
get to
think that
town
you're
faster.
literally mentally insane now?
I feel like I have gone past that line.
I don't mind that in a co-host, but it's really a problem when the executive producer is mentally insane. That's more than I can deal with.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to.
And then the senior producer under the executive producer is like more lying bastard than Nixon.
Do you lie worse than Nixon?
That's
I
going
don't.
back a way to find a liar big enough to compare.
Earl Milhouse Douglas.
No, I don't lie bigger than Nixon.
Bigger than Cheney?
No,
Rumsfeld?
not at all.
Do you lie more than any Republican?
No, I don't lie more than any Republican.
Than all Republicans put together.
Well, later Vernon Reader's going to be in here to talk about Abomination And that's what they're calling it right now, the Abomination.
All right.
And it is. It actually is one. But it is the most interesting thing in the world to me right now. There is nothing going on in the country that interests me more than how big these things are coming. And I'm already seeing stuff where they're trying to swift boat him with the gay experience that he allegedly had, and the cocaine thing that he had. Have you seen this guy, Earl?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
He's out on the internet, and I guess people are giving him interviews about, he did blow and whatever with this person. A, to me, it's swift boat, and then B, it is. It wouldn't matter to me either way anyway.
You're in your early 20s.
You might as well suck a dick here.
What?
Doesn't mean you can't be president.
Yeah,
Everyone's had experiences. I mean,
I have it.
not, I mean, gay or anything. I just mean, things happen in people's lives.
Your life.
Yeah.
Why? What was your gay experience?
I wish I could. I had a sword fight with my friend and neighbor Rob.
You guys rubbed dicks?
When we were children. Right.
By children, mean 17.
About 8.
Did you ever have a gay experience?
Yeah, we played Ookie Cookie, where we all had to jerk off on a cookie, and the last person to come had to eat it.
Now, you were how old?
13?
No, you were coming at age 13?
Yeah,
That's
I
right
think
on
it was
the
just-
borderline. I have a feeling that you were probably 15 to play Ookie Cookie.
It was a while ago, so it might have been around there, but it was
And
very
to me,
wet.
it's very
jizz.
important, whether it's 13 or 15.
Can we
Was it
say
16?
Can we say 14?
Did anyone have a car?
No, no cars.
Okay,
But you still wouldn't have a car if you're 15.
right. So you could have been 14 or 15.
Yeah, okay, I'll give
So
it that.
you were jacking off on the cookie.
Yeah, like 5 guys in a circle.
What
Now-
kind of cookie?
Chips Ahoy.
Now, you all jacked off. What were you thinking about?
There was porno on.
Okay, so you're looking at the porno. You're there with these buddies. I imagine you said since you were all
Yeah.
great friends, you're still friends with these people.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're jacking off on a cookie. Mm-hmm. And then if you were the last person to come, you'd have to eat your friend's cum.
Yes.
And Fez is worried that he's fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better about myself now.
So you ate a cum-filled cookie.
No, I was actually like third to come, so I didn't have to eat
How
it.
many people were in this?
There's 5.
Not listening to the story.
There's 5 guys jacking up. So your friend ate your cum.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He took one bite of it, and then that was it for him.
Why the rest of you jacked off again in excitement?
I mean, I thought that was a normal thing that guys just touch themselves around each other when they're growing
For
up.
Oh.
rapists.
No, that's a normal. You had a homosexual experience. You definitely did.
All right, yeah. Well, there it is.
And you and your buddies are cool with that to this day.
Yes. I still hang out with 3 of the 4.
Do you guys ever get the Ookie Cookie going again?
No, we haven't played in a long time.
Now, does your chick know that you played Ookie Cookie?
No, I don't think so.
I will text message her as soon as we hit break.
Just write Ookie Monster.
I wouldn't mind getting her on the phone and telling her. I really think she should know this before you guys get married. Ookie Cookie is pretty far. That's really pretty far. And I've never even heard of it before.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know who came up with the idea of Ookie Cookie?
It might have been passed down in town from like generation to generation. Somebody's older brother did it.
Where do you live? Gayburg?
I mean, who even breaks the ice with that conversation? We have 1 Chips Ahoy left.
Well, I think it all leads back to the porno on the TV. Mm-hmm. And then kids can't control themselves at that age.
Yeah, I could. I never jacked off with my friends.
Nope. I actually think even watching porn with other guys is a little gay. Even if you're not jacking in it, I think it's just weird. You're all
To be
gonna get-
aroused around your buddies.
You're all gonna have hard-ons next to each other, and you're
Right.
sitting close on each other and stuff.
Why not have the hard-on doesn't have to last. Now, as long as you have some cookie and some willing participants. Earl, I know you've been on the down low before. You brought that up. I believe it was even with Vernon Reed, wasn't it?
No, it was not, and I've never been on the down low.
The DL, you call
They're
it,
not on the DL.
which is
no.
dick liquor.
We never did anything remotely as
Even with a woman, you haven't fucking played Ookie Nookie. So that's a crazy fucking story.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's something I'll never forget. I don't know if it's bad memories or good memories, but I'll never forget that.
Well, you don't seem like you're traumatized by
No,
it.
no, I just thought it was a thing everybody does. Like, you watch porno with your buddies and then you just get a little stupid. I didn't think it was anything serious. I mean, that's why I'm not really worked up over it.
No, obviously, to me, if it ain't serious to you, it ain't serious.
Yeah.
It definitely is. You know, it is what it is. What it is.
What?
I mean, the weirdest thing about this is, out of all the guys on the show, you're always supposed to be the regular Joe, the normal guy from the suburbs, and you're the weirdest, fucking most twisted, strange little town of everyone.
That's true, yeah. As much as I think I'm big man on campus, I do live in a little town, you know? And it is weird because
What do you mean you think you're big man on campus?
Well, because, like, in town, everybody knows who we are, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's just small town syndrome that everybody knows you.
He thinks
Right.
he's fat man on campus.
You know what? I'm having a real conversation with him. All right? I'm seriously a real fucking conversation.
That's
for
the
a
throwing
change.
me under the bus thing from yesterday.
Yeah, but what's it got to do with anything?
Okay.
It's fucking stupid. But why does that make you the big man that people know
Not
who
big,
you are?
maybe I used the wrong word.
I
but
mean, you're known as the guy who ate a fucking cum-filled cookie. That's your, but that's why people know you. And believe me, if you ate a fucking cum-filled cookie in fucking Bangladesh, everybody would be talking about it, wherever you go. Matter of fact, if they've even found this out, you're Okie Cookie from now on.
Is that my new name?
Sure, you're Okie. I know it's been a problem for you that you never been known for anything on this show. Now you're Okie Cookie.
right,
Now
well,
that's what you got going for you.
You're
found
Rookie
my-
of the Year.
And hopefully Sleeves will be writing a song about you, and they'll be making an Okie Cookie shirt that looks like you, and you'll never be able to get away with it at all. It'll never switch up.
Well, I'm going to run
Hopefully.
with it. I'm going to run with it as long as it lasts.
Yeah. So this happened with you and your buddies. You did this, and do you ever bring it up to each other now?
I mean, now it's more of a joke that we did it. It's
Remember
really...
when we used to play Okie Cookie?
Was it a one-time deal?
Yeah, we only did it once.
Yeah.
We only did it once. But I guess that we thought we had to do it since, like, somebody's older brother said they did it too. So I don't think it was like the only time it was done. It's kind of passed down to us.
From some older gay boys.
Basically, yes.
'Cause I definitely think it's a gay experience. Does anybody disagree? And
I don't
think it's
disagree.
just frat stuff.
is.
And that doesn't make it a bad thing. But you're a guy that, you know, you consider yourself like a young Republican. You're not for gay rights. And yet out of all of us, you're the one that had the real gay experience.
Maybe that turned me into the way I am today. That it was so traumatizing, I don't even realize it. That I'm
But you just said it wasn't
It's
traumatizing.
not, but I'm saying maybe deep down, it affected me
So
somehow.
You don't trust the feelings that you have. You honestly think that maybe you have feelings below the feelings that you have.
Oh, totally. I think about that a lot.
Why?
Just because I want to know if I'm doing the right thing. You know, if what I think is right or the things I do are right. So it kind of comes into my head, what else is going on?
So you don't trust yourself.
In some cases I don't.
So you think maybe you were traumatized by your own friends sexually.
Probably, yeah. And I don't even, it's so
And yet you make a
subconscious.
big deal about staying with those people. You're like, I'll never leave my town. I love my buddies more than my own chick. I want to be with the guys I played Okie Cookie with all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the Okie Cookie thing isn't really the bond that we have now, but it is something that we all live together.
But it is part of your bond.
Yeah. It's not spoken
I mean, you
anymore.
have guys, but underneath, like going to Vietnam, you're not going to talk about that every day, but that would be with you. And your thing is, I ate a cum-filled cookie with my friends, the Okie Cookie. We are the guys from this small town in Long Island. Very fucking strange, Pitsy.
Yeah, that's us. Okie Cookies.
And you'd never move away from there.
I love it there. I really do.
Sure. Where else are you going to go and get a cum-filled fucking Oreo? You're not going to... You go to San Francisco. I bet you couldn't get a game of fucking Okie Cookie going.
Yeah, I don't think it's known around the nation, to be honest with you. I think it's a regional thing. But I don't
I
know.
don't even think it's regional. I bet if I went one town over in Long Island, they'd be like, what? It's the sickest fucking thing I've ever heard of.
I think it's one basement.
And you hadn't even been with a woman yet, right?
No.
You guys were eating cum before you even had a chance to go down on a woman. That's how fucking quickly. So first and foremost, you're gay before you even get to anything else. And I don't think, it's somewhat. It normally doesn't happen at that age, but Dave, you said you and your friends were rubbing your penises together.
Yeah, when we were 8 years old, he invited me over to his house, and we went to his bedroom, and we decided to have a sword fight. He was Peter Pan, I was Captain Hook.
Here's what I want you to realize, and it's a nice. What it is, it's just child's play, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times we cloud things,
Uh-huh.
all right, and our memories play tricks on us. So literally, I want you to shut your eyes and visualize it as it's happening now.
Okay.
And you and your friend are rubbing your penises against each other.
Yeah.
And I really want you to think, was that your friend or was it your dad?
Okay.
Really?
That's not
Because I
helping.
honestly, the breakthrough
That's
is,
not helping.
is that was your dad playing tummy sticks with you.
That wasn't helping, and no.
Yeah.
I don't even think Tummy Sticks, the phrase was around back
And
then.
I want you to know, too, and I'm going to go back to you, Pitsy, my little Republican suburban friend. You're a guy who cannot swim, yet you've eaten a cum-filled cookie. You haven't rode a bicycle, yet you've eaten a cum-filled cookie. Do you understand that as you see yourself as the regular Joe, the Mets fan, the Giants fan, you're the most fucking bizarre thing in the world? And here's this bald-headed fucking partner of mine, afraid that he's insane. You're nothing as nutty as these guys.
I have no experience to compare to that.
Wouldn't be.
At all.
But you know what you lack?
Well,
Confidence. These, fucking the Keebler elf over here, Ookie Cookie, is as confident as hell
oh
in
yeah.
his life.
Yeah, I would never have the nerve to call myself the big man on campus. Anywhere.
First of all,
Even on campus.
it's not a campus. He went to a junior college for fucking 2 semesters.
But I mean, maybe our stories will help Fez somewhat.
In what way, dummy?
Baking?
No, that he'll hear that. I mean, that we are maybe somewhat worse than he is, and that it'll give
Somewhat
him.
worse.
Well, I'm just saying, I want to help him. If telling my stupid stories helps him and my crazy things, I'll do it.
Does
all
it
the
help
time.
you at all, Fez?
No, the Ookie Cookie tale really didn't help me at all. It didn't bring me back from the brink.
What about Dave? Remember playing tummy sticks with his own dad?
My friend Rob.
I don't care what your dad's name is.
Was Rob married to your mom?
No, he wasn't.
Let me
It's
ask
not
you
my
this.
father.
Let me ask you this.
What?
Did you ever give Rob a Father's Day present?
Okay.
I want you to
It's
break
not
through.
helpful, though.
It's not your fault. It's
Right.
not your fault. It's not your fault.
Not my,
It's not your fault.
it's not my.
Dave,
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
not my fault. Makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, does it?
It does. That phrase works.
You want to start crying like a Southie?
But if I see Rob now in a bar and something, I mean,
You'll
we,
blow him.
We don't.
You'll get so excited you'll fucking teabag him.
Don't believe in any of that fellatio business.
So you don't get it?
I get
Your
it.
wife doesn't
From my-
go down on you?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't believe in fellatio.
I may on other men.
Oh, you don't want other men to get blowjobs.
I don't want to give blowjobs to men.
Again, you're done with that.
That-
You've done it when you were little, and now you
Right.
don't want to. It's childish to you.
Basically. Mm-hmm. So,
It's not your fault. He made you do it.
No, I was willing.
You loved it.
I didn't say I loved it. It was a weird.
Did you? Were you the one who did it? To him? Did you come up with the game?
No, I didn't come up with it. He said, "You want to play sword fighting? I'll be Peter Pan. You be Captain Hook." I said, "How does that? What does that entail?" He said, "Well, take your pants down, and I'll show you." And then he goes,
You
"Here's
ever
my
notice
sword."
this? Everyone who will admit this will never say, "Hey, I came up with an idea." I said to my friend, "Everyone is always the mild, willing victim." Oh, I was so naive. No one ever says, "I had a great idea. I thought I'd fucking go take my dick out, rub it on my buddies."
Yeah.
Who's this Captain Hook you speak of?
And here's fucking Ookie Cookie, who's sitting there jacking off on a fucking vanilla wafer, and he's acting like, well, this was something that was handed down from father and son in our Long Island town, Deer Park. Oh, this was, and you know it's not fucking true.
No, it's all true. And by the way, I think Dave's experience is a lot worse than mine.
Really?
I
Yes.
never consumed.
First of all,
semen.
he was 8. You were 14 or 15. You were actually watching a video with 5 friends, not even fucking strangers in a bus station, 5 buddies who grew up together and still know each other now that you're in your 20s, jerking off on a cookie and then eating it.
Well, I mean, I didn't touch any penises, unlike Dave. So
You were fucking cock to cock with them, though, right? You were
Well-
standing in the circle.
Yeah, we were standing in a circle, but we didn't touch each other.
Do you realize how difficult it would be for any heterosexual to be aroused in a circle with 4 other fucking penises there?
But when you're-
Do you realize?
When you're a kid and you see porno, your dick just gets hard. You can't
First of all,
control
were
that.
you seeing porno or the 4 fucking cocks that were set out in front of you like the penis beetles? That you're fucking sitting there like the 5th beetle. You can't. There's no video you're looking at. You're looking at 4 erect penises of your fucking friends. Period.
It was illegal cable. It was porno. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Dude,
I bet.
guess what? I've got cable. You ain't getting porno. At the most, it's fucking softcore.
No, when you're a kid, I mean, anything's porno to you back then.
Tell me, I bet it was HBO. I bet you're just sitting there watching HBO. Maybe you saw a quick fucking scene
Man.
of something happening, all right? But this fucking, I guarantee you, this porno was Officer and a Gentleman. There was 2 seconds of some fucking bare ass, and then he's still jacking off while everybody else is doing sit-ups. And
It was
he
the
is
suicide scene.
he's out of his fucking mind here.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how I remember
You
it.
were in a circle jerk with the guys that you grew up with.
Yeah, it was.
Circle jerk is gay.
But I'm not touching penises. I'm touching my
Chips
own.
Ahoy is not that big.
So you don't see it even as a sexual act that took place.
No, I think masturbation is a sexual act, but I don't think it was sexual towards the other people. I think it was just for me, my personal satisfaction.
Right, but is that why you came on a cookie for a guy to eat? I'm going to tell you this. Most people have never came on food before. Most people have never came on food, let alone ate that food.
Well, I was lucky.
Long Island is the
Jesus.
strangest fucking place in the world. It's shaped like a cock because everyone out there is a fucking penis smoker.
Well, at least I didn't have to eat the cum. That's all. I mean, if you think it's a gay experience, that's fine, but
Yes, to be a giver means that you're not gay. Only the receiver is gay.
If you had lost, would you have eaten it?
I would have had to. I lost.
Dave, you were too young to come when you were at that place.
Right. Much too young. Yeah. There could have been a little pre-cum because I think children
By years.
can. But
It was pre-cum by years, by 5 years.
because I remember I remember both of our cocks being sticky at the end of the sword fight. Mm-hmm. But it certainly wasn't full-on semen, and that I stand by.
I think even sticky is giving it away. But in all honesty, Fez, we talked about you and your ridiculous nature, and you think that you had this traumatized childhood. You've had none of those stories. Why are you holding on so heavy to your stuff?
Maybe it's because it's like since I lock myself on purpose in my home and have no other experiences, maybe it's I hang on to them because those are the ones the few ones I have.
I don't even know what you mean by that. What are you saying?
I'm saying like maybe I don't let go of the past because I don't give myself any sort of future or present. I mean, not future, I meant present.
But again, why judge things as difficult or bad when these guys they're not judging themselves?
Yeah.
There's a lot for you, but by Pitsy actually saying there's a lot for you to learn, there is literally a lot for you to learn from Pitsy's attitude and from Dave's attitude. It happened, so what? Who cares? I sat around, I came out on Long Island on a cookie, my buddy ate it. So what? Now we all go out and get beers together. We all go to the Mets games together. Look at his face. He can't believe that he's got Mets tickets with guys that he's had a gay act with before. You know how come you're saying you can't commit to your girlfriend and you want to be with your buddies? Mm-hmm. It's because you peaked during the sexual cookie. That
Really?
was it for you. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know I could hit my peak at 14.
Dude, you'd be surprised how many people do. I mean, if this was fucking old days, that probably is your sexual peak. 14.
It's mind blowing.
Look at you now. How often you have sex with your girlfriend?
Once a week.
If.
Yeah.
You ever come on the cooking for her?
From the Monday Morning Podcast, Mr. Bill Burr.
All right. How are ya? What's going on? All right. I feel bad sitting down, like I'm like some fucking piece of shit performer, but that's how I do it. This is what this what's that? I don't know what you mean, buddy, but happy to you too. Happy Navali. Whatever that means. Is that an Asian thing? I couldn't tell. It's very fast. Some sort of accent there. How's global warming working for you guys in Asia? Is it a good thing? They're shutting off all the fucking lights out here. There's gonna be high winds where poor people are. We don't want them to burn to death. The rich people in the mansions will be okay. I think, like, everybody has, like, conspiracy theories. For those people listening at home or possibly watching wherever the fuck this is going to be, wherever this was going to live, if we could find a safe space on the internet. By the way, you guys shouldn't have clapped. You know, somebody from Oxford might be listening to this. Nobody saw that shit? Those fucking idiots over there at Oxford? Am I saying the right thing? Is that a farm animal? Is that the expensive school? They said that clapping, they banned clapping. You gotta do, they said jazz hands, but it's like, you know, when deaf people, which I've never seen a deaf person do that. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just go like this? Yeah, nice performance. Why would you go, ah, I got my hands up here. I think that's deaf people trolling us. Is that the right, is deaf, is that bad now? You know? It's like midget. You can't say midget now. Can't say deaf. Can't say flight attendant. You know? I'm telling you, you go into a coma when you wake up, you won't be able to speak English anymore. Oh, what are you speaking those old words for? A midget hit me in the car. I didn't hear him. Who is this guy? He's a witch. I was in a coma for 20 fucking years. Anyways, for those people listening at home, there's some sort of, I don't know what's going on. They ran out of power out here in this sunny state. They ran out of ways to fucking, I guess, keep the lights on. They're saying there's going to be fires or something like that. Like, I don't know, 90-mile-an-hour fucking winds. This crowd's getting quiet, like all their power's getting shut off. It's not funny, man. Now, if you have solar panels on your fucking house, does that mean like everybody else is like living in like Mad Max time, and you still got your flat screen? Like 90-mile-an-hour fucking winds, people flying by with their big green eggs, and you're just in the future, right? Just sitting there with your solar panels, not letting anybody in, right? Like that fucking Jesus cunt down there in Houston. Didn't let any of the fatties in. The whole place was flooded. He basically had an ark, right? And these people were as big as oxes and farm animals. He could have reenacted the whole thing and let these people in, and he did not. He didn't even put moorings outside of it, because maybe he could have like tied a few fatties up and clung to them like Leonardo DiCaprio at the end of fucking, I was gonna say Tightrope, Titanic. What a terrible fucking movie. It's such a, you know, can you imagine if they made 9/11 into a chick flick? And then like hundreds of years later, you're like, I don't want to fucking see that. Ah. Leo's holding the emergency door for the last person that's gonna make it down the stairs. And all the women haters, where the fuck would he go? Huh? Oh, he's gonna hold the fucking door. Ain't got it worse than us. I don't fucking know. Unbelievable. bunch of people. You know how fucking pissed off people were about if they lived long enough to fucking see that hunk of shit? I'm sorry. I don't mean to go to... I don't know who's that. James Cameron? I don't know what that's survived this podcast.
Great. Now I've got COVID.
He what? There goes
Goddamn
DVD
bats.
sales. Yeah. So, anyways, they're happy these black. Why don't we just convert to solar power? There's a guy down the street. He's got fucking solar power, and I just don't know how to approach this guy. You know, because I don't know him. You know, it's weird. Like, why can't I, as a fellow American, say I'm envious of what you have on your roof? Who put him up there? How much did it cost? How do I go about that? Can you just walk up and knock on the door? Right? Maybe he has a rescue pit bull in there. He fucking lets it go. You know, it's weird. People think just down in the South you can't just walk up to somebody's house, but out here, LA's fucking crazy place, you know. There's all kinds of phony, fucking, you know, all of that shit with the Botox, and then also it's so easy to get killed out here. You hear the tension in the crowd, those of you at home? Hey, let's go to a baseball game. Where's Mike? I don't know. Oh, there he is, getting kicked to death in the parking lot. He had the wrong colored handkerchief. Oh, I had one of the great fucking old man moments. My life, okay? So I'm driving to the Comedy Store. I feel weird trying to even look out at you guys. I'm supposed to be alone. This is like back in the day when I would stay at like a Super 8. They wouldn't have a couch as nice as this, but it wouldn't be like fucking like long enough so you could lay down on it. So then you'd have to drag some other fucking piece of furniture over like this, and then stick your legs up like, this is better. This is better than sleeping in the bed, you know? Where John Wayne Gacy had a fucking threesome with a couple of, oh, Bill, come on. Not like that. Don't be like that. Don't fucking be like that. All right, so anyway, I'm driving down the road. I'm not lying down like this, but I'm driving down the road. And I was listening to Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, and I was listening to some of that Randy Rhoads shit, right? And I was listening to, what's it? You can't kill rock and roll, right? I was listening to that fucking song. So I pull up, I'm going to the Comedy Store, and I'm stopped at a red light on Crescent Heights in Laurel. No, that doesn't make sense. Crescent Heights in Sunset. And I'm fucking sitting there. There's an open lane next to me because it merges, and there's nobody there. And, I set my windows down. I got it cranked, like the old guy that I am. And all of a sudden, when you just feel like somebody looking at you? And I fucking look over, and there's a guy like a year or two older than me on the sidewalk, dressed like he was jogging, but stopped. And he's just looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he starts air drumming to the song. So I'm like, my windows are down. I don't want to put the window up, because he's close enough that if that offends him, he's going to lunge at me with whatever he's stuck in his arm, and then I have what he has, right? So I'm trying to ignore him, and I feel him. I can just feel the heat of him. And I fucking look over. He's still staring at me, still fucking air drumming. And then I see he crushes all of the fills. Like, those 80 fills, and he's fucking crushing it while he's just looking at me. And at that point, I just start laughing. He never breaks character. The light turns green, and then simultaneously we both do the devil horns and drove away. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, that was fucking awesome. Oh, because a few lights earlier, I was a little self-conscious. I was in a younger part of Hollywood, and they probably, look at the old bald man listening to his, whatever. You guys, that's probably like Benny Goodman music to you guys, right? I actually said Glenn Miller as a reference to old music and to somebody in like their late 20s and 30s, and they go, who's that? Wow. Judging by you guys, you don't know who the fuck that is either. And I realized that my music is basically, I guess it's that. I can't believe that it is. But anyway, that happened. That was a fun one, to bond with somebody like that. I wish I could have talked to him. Like, I saw him in Oakland in fucking 79. I was there when he bit the bat's fucking head off. I'm the one who threw it, right? know what a juxtaposition that is? And on the way down here, I was listening to Sirius Satellite Radio, and I was listening to, I like old country. I don't know why. I just like it, you know? I think it has to do with everybody yelling at each other now about politics. There's something about it. It's just fucking quiet. It makes you feel like you got your own spread out on a fucking lake or something. And I just like, but I cannot get past how much they kiss their fucking crowd's ass. I was listening to this Grand Ole Opry, and it's just so, we're just so happy to be here, and you guys just, you know, I mean, you can sing along. Hey, you probably know the words better than me. It's like, dude, you know all the words. You sing this song every fucking night. It's why you drink. All right, stop. And the crowd's just eating it up. Oh, Lord of mercy, and just, you know, I mean, I can't believe you all came out to see me here tonight. You're at the Grand Ole Opry. You're a fucking star, okay? It's not like you went to an open mic and all of a sudden, what? I'm famous? These fucking people just eat it up. They eat it up because they're fucking, they're selfish. Country crowds are fucking selfish. That's all it is. No, they are. They're selfish fucking people, and they need the fucking guy on stage or woman on stage, right? Or they on stage to constantly, see, covered all my bases. Shimmering hands. They need to constantly have the performer bring them down to their level, or even like, I'm just, you know, I feel like I'm playing backyard with my family. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-doo, right? I like to thank Mark Shields, Eddie Bravo, they name the guy who parked my car, they fucking thank everybody. It's like reverse Beyonce. You know what I mean? Beyonce's up there. It's just like her whole vibe. Because my daughter, and my wife watched that fucking concert all the goddamn time, right? And her whole vibe is like, fuck you. You could never be as good as me. Flicking her fucking hair. It's amazing. It's amazing that there's a crowd. Those people can't get enough of it. Yeah,
Hey, Will.
treat me like shit. Why am I in the same structure as you? I don't know. I think if those dudes went to a country fucking thing, they'd probably pass out from like the love that they got from the person on stage, because that seems to be what they're looking for. But a lot of them are.
I can turn off the Bill Burr if you'd like, William.
I get it. You know, sometimes you got to talk through it to figure out why this. It is a great thing about having a daughter, is I actually know Beyonce songs now. You know, and she goes, "Get up, Dada, let's dance, let's dance." So I have to dance to Beyonce. Don't say, "Oh, it's not cute." It's fucking soul crushing. All right. That fucking homeless jogger saved me. Anyway, here's one for you. Underrated. Not
I'm
watching
doing
any
all
football
right.
on a football Sunday.
Doing all right. I had a busy
Sacrilegious. I
weekend,
did
so I'm
today. I
just
got
kind
so much
of
shit done, it was
trying
fucking
to
ridiculous. Then all you do
wind
is you
down
just
on the
pop
last
in
little
and you
part
watch
of it.
the fucking ticker. You kind of know what's going on. They're going to show you all the good plays.
How about yourself?
What's that? Jesus, how hammered is that guy? Who on the fucking...
Like I said, I can turn this off if
Dude,
you'd
you were
like.
like... That was like the Jackie Gleason show level drunk. Hey, you Mr. Dunahee. Who? I'm gonna look it up for you. Who on the? I might even Google. I might even fucking Google that. If I know my fucking password here. All right. No, come on, bam. Open. Please open. Nothing. This is not my laptop. That's the fucking problem. Look at spoiler alert. Cameras one. And then the fucking podcast stops. Oh, maybe I'm doing the capital letter. How about that? There it is. Spoiler alert. You do that. The guy did that at one of those fucking superhero movies.
All right. Now we're getting all sorts of stuff. Let's talk to him.
By the way, don't you think that guy should have won something just for doing that?
Here, I'll turn off Bill Burr. Another gravesite, huh? Hey, you know what? Man, we're gonna have to eat a lot more berries. interred. Maybe I don't have to, it's rainy. Maybe I should go inside the church? No, I can't. Alright. Once again, I'm tired and need to go to sleep. But it's almost morning. We were up late. We're like a night owl. Sleep until noon. What can I do? Clay. I want to know where to get clay. I want to know why I'm not getting any of these. Study table in the church basement. And it looks like the church is over there by the graveyard, but I can't get that until I get things fixed. I need clay. That's where clay is, near swamps and stuff. But I've been around the south pretty much and find any, so I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna go up into the mountains and see what we can find. See if we can get more honey. Right. Can I get through here? I have a wooden plank. Yes. Alright, let's go get a wooden plank. Oh, look. Wooden plank. No big deal. Wooden plank, wooden plank. We can clear the blockage. It's that easy. Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? It is. We need two, right? I see two. Yeah, let's go with two, just in case. Alright, this ought to work. We're gonna clear the blockage. We can do it. Yeah! Now we're into some stuff here. Oh, look at that tree. Big tree sawmill. Alright, for later. Let's get some berries. Get some of these chuck berries. What I really want is some clay. It says forest near the river. I guess that's a river. Do I see any clay? Clay would be near the river. This is no problem. I'm gonna hold off on the honey. Looks like there's just a big forest up here. Another river. Man, it's a nice little waterfall. I like that. There's sand down there. Oh, look at this. Man, we are way off the beaten path now. Where's the goddamn clay? I mean, geologically, it should be near the wet part of this, but oh Jesus. What are we doing? Oh, it broke! Damn it. We made it all the way out here and then we broke our fucking pickaxe. That's amazing. Oh god. Eat all the berries. Eat every berry. What are we even fixing here? Oh wow. Cabin in the woods. I can have like a forward base. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, let's sleep. Well, that's great. The thing is, I need a grindstone over here. Oh, refreshing. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm back. So we were out in this cabin. I have a feeling that even if I find clay now, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. Yeah. Well, that's a boner. But just in case. Yeah, that's what I thought. There was nothing over there. Okay. The clay has to be in the lowlands. There's no reason it'd be up in the mountains, if that's in fact where I was going. I'll be right back.
He's after Vince Lombardi. Now, not a nice person. For that matter, Bill Walsh also pretty centered, not a people person. Well, who's the nicest football coach of all time? No one gives a fuck, because that guy got fired. Because he couldn't get the fucking job done. If I had somebody doing something for me, I'd rather have a fucking half an asshole who got shit done over a fucking nice person. You know, there's also a thing like a lot of the nice people out there, I don't think know how to get shit done. They're nice because they have to be. They're nice because they serve no fucking value to the community besides their niceness. I hate working around fucking nice people. I'd rather they just worked at Starbucks and made sure that everybody had everything that they needed. Let's go over here to Howard. Howard, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, Fez, you need to remember, Patrice O'Neal said that every 12 minutes there's a woman getting the shit knocked out of them, or every 8 minutes there's a man telling a woman to get the hell out of his face. So if the woman did what she was supposed to sometimes, she wouldn't get the shit knocked out of her.
Okay, I think you're taking a joke and taking it a little too far.
Chris, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, guys, you mentioned nice, and whenever I was dating, I thought the worst thing a girl could describe you as was nice. Because what that means is I have no opinion on this guy whatsoever. He does nothing for me. He's just nice.
Nice could actually fall into the category of unfuckable. When a woman wants to say, you're unfuckable, she's not going to say that. But she will say that you're a nice person.
Oh, you're so nice. Such a nice guy. Oh, no.
And Hicks is not a nice person, and I couldn't fucking live without him.
I'm a scumbag.
But you are a person who, like, getting things done important to you.
Yeah, very much so.
And let me tell you something. If you're a nice fucking engineer, and you build a dam, and that dam cracks, no one's going to remember you as nice. You're the incompetent fucking loser who couldn't get your shit done.
He killed an entire town, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, how fucking nice is that? But he always made sure that everyone had donuts. Here's Gil. Gil, you're on the Run of Fish.
Hey, Ronnie, how are you, pal?
Good.
Yeah, if you're nice, people mistake being nice for being weak, and they think that they can walk all over you, and then you have to prove them twice as hard that you'll pound them into the ground if you have to, other than if you're a prick. I remember in school, the teacher prick in the first day, everybody respected him throughout the rest of the year, and then you could be nice, you know? So being nice undermines you getting respect in the first place. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that. What's up, Chris? Joe, bye.
Well, doesn't Oprah come across as nice?
What, are you kidding me? She's a fucking killer. What she just did on that show not too long ago with Phil Donahue, bringing up how she put him out of the business, she's a fucking killer.
She comes off as like emotionless and like robotic, and that she doesn't give a shit at all about anyone but, you know, getting her own shit
I
done.
think she's very competitive, though.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she loves being number one.
Yeah, and she just doesn't care if she hurts your feelings or if she fucks you over. It's like, you know, if it's good for Oprah, let's do it.
Now, I think that she might sell nice back to the masses.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think there's any fucking way that you would feel comfortable down at a negotiating table with Oprah. I think she would take you. I think she'd beat you.
It's fucking Oprah. She's worth billions of dollars. She got there because she fucked with people.
Chris, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie, what about when a girl says that you're like a brother to her?
Well, then I would ask her if she ever blew her brother, because that might change everything. But that is a way of saying, I like taking advantage of you, but I certainly don't want to have sex with you. I like that you'll help me move. I like you being that person that I can go to the movies with when I'm not having sex, and that you'll still pick up the fucking tickets and drop me off in the rain and then go park the car and come running up. I like telling you about guys that fucked me over.
Well, I always thought it was like a girl would want a guy who wasn't the, who would treat her nice. It seems like niceness would come into play there.
All right, you've turned me around, Fuzzy. I agree with you 100%. You know the ladies. You know what the ladies want. It's a well thought out point that you have. Here is Tom, Kentucky. You're on the Run of Fish show.
Hey, Ron Fez. Long time from Tampa, listening to you guys since
Thanks.
'83. HR is driving our companies. I'm at a large media company, and it's gonna sink us. The whole being polite, politically correct. You can't have any type of agitation towards your employees or your peers. You can't have a disagreement, because then it becomes a hostile work environment, so on and so forth. It's just HR, between the personnel issues and the attorneys and lawyers, it is really destroying corporate America.
It's very funny that you say that, because there is no one that I see the managers fear as much as HR.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, they sweat bullets if HR is called into anything. And the weird thing is, in my business, you really do want the edgy, kind of nutty fucking people as part of your team. And they're getting harder and harder to be able to bring in and keep here, because they all do, you know, crazy type things.
Exactly. But now, all of a sudden, they're being driven out of the business, and they're going more to independent business or as a consultant, because they can't tolerate the nonsense any longer. It is insane the direction we're going in. Nice is going to kill this country. Love you, brother.
Peace.
Wish you the best.
Nate, PA, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, listen, I got a story about nice. I'm not a nice person. I drive tractor trailer for a living. People aren't nice to me on the road. I'm not nice back. But my old lady is living in the lap of luxury. So my antidote is nice guys finish last, You know, you go out, you get stuff done, and ladies like guys that get stuff done. End of story.
See, that's the thing that Fez is missing on that. Is like, I think that a woman wants you to be that kind of protecting prick to her. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want you to go out and be nice in the rest of the world. She wants you to bring them, you know, the protection into her life physically and mentally and all. But she doesn't want, like, if someone fucks with her, she doesn't want them to get a nice response back from you, I don't think. But again, you've got a better handle on this than me. Francesca, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. I was just calling because it perked up my ears when you were talking about nice in terms of what Mel Gibson was doing, that kind of a nice guy versus the nice guy engineer, the nice guy Bill Gates. I think it's two totally different values and systems of nice, whereas you can be a good person that isn't weak or isn't taken advantage of and still is a strong leader. But because you're looking at a bigger picture, or you're nice in terms of you're producing for a bigger consumer or whatever.
But here's the thing: when you went to a Mel Gibson movie, right? You could see it in his eyes that it was batshit crazy. He was always batshit crazy. That's what he was selling us. Then when you see that he's really batshit crazy,
yeah, we have
you're
a
like,
body.
well, we're too good
Well,
for
we're
that.
too early here.
You know, we don't want that. Nick Cage is batshit fucking crazy. Him and his chick are fucking screaming at each other. They're going to fucking end up back in with each other. Who gives a fuck?
Wait.
Right.
I can't even buy it because he's asleep.
I agree
God
with
damn.
that. I agree with basically 90% of what you were saying and what callers were saying in terms of, people that are nice and then they're all of a sudden not nice, like the Tiger Woods and all that crap, and then all of a sudden the public's outraged and they're so shocked. And I think that's bullshit that we have any, judgment on parts of their private lives just because they're celebrities, whatever. But I don't think that you can say that, Bill Gates and Mel Gibson are both not nice and therefore both okay. It has to be.
No,
there's a
I'm
lot of
saying
other qualifying factors.
that I actually put achievement, and I'm not acting like this is 100% against the rule, but I would rather have an achiever as part of my organization than a very sweet, nice person. The nice people end up talking about, hey, are we going to have the birthday party in the break room for E-Rock instead of getting their work done? You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, hey, well, all of us are signing this card for E-Rock. Hey, E-Rock doesn't need a fucking card. He'd rather have a fucking, a show that's popping. He'd rather be at a company that's popping. But there are people that constantly worry about those kind of things.
Yeah, I think that's a little more like insecurity or even a level of narcissism than anything else, though, because they just want everyone to like them. But that doesn't mean that nice
extraction.
people can't get shit done.
What do you do?
I just want to see him do it. I just want to see that as the fucking measurement. That's all.
So do you not think that you're a nice person? I mean, you obviously have this huge successful radio show. You get shit done. Are you not a nice person? From your interview this morning, I'd say you are.
Well, no, I'm very interested in what's going on in the world, but no, I would never classify myself as nice, nor most of the people that I know. I don't think of them as nice people.
Really? Wow.
But I don't, and when I say people, I'm talking about men that I know.
Okay,
I don't see niceness as a trait that runs around with a lot of men.
Staying up late again.
Is it emasculating to be called nice, then?
No, I just don't think that in the normal arena it's somewhat more competitive, that I don't think niceness plays a big role. Or if a lot of people are nice, I tend not to even notice that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess I understand
it just doesn't have one thing. Quite frankly, a lot of the people that sell themselves as nice are actually more manipulative or taking advantage of other people by not getting their fucking work done, not doing their responsibility, and then keeping other people, I guess, from feeling nice. So, that's all
I
part of
agree.
it.
And I think a lot of people are too dumb to be mean. So it's almost like they don't have many layers to them, so they fall back on nice.
It's almost like a defense mechanism because no one wants you to stomp a fucking puppy.
Right. I don't know. I just didn't think that nice and competitive were mutually exclusive of each other.
You live in Delaware, right?
Yes,
What part of Delaware?
Wilmington.
All right, I'm willing to say that you've never met a nice person in your life.
I'd have to disagree.
Not living in that town.
They're great. They're great people here around. I promise there are.
No, no one, seriously, no one ever said those DuPonts, they're nice people. And,
no,
and they ran the state.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're the only people that live in the state. I mean, it's a small state, but there's still more people there that aren't
You
nice.
can throw a rock across that state.
Yeah, you could. It takes about 2 hours to get from the top to the bottom, but it ain't bad. It's okay.
All right, sugar. See you in Claymont. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye, Ron.
All right, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Here's Jeanette. Jeanette, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Good morning.
Hey.
I work in human resources. I've been a human resources supervisor for quite some time for a large global organization.
A witch burning.
And I really think that people in human resources get a bad name because, frankly, I don't think a lot of them understand the importance of their role. The importance of their role is not to be the police of the organization. It's to make sure you have the right people in the right jobs. And part of that is if you need somebody off the wall and crazy and
Jesus.
just kind of out of bounds, if that's the right person for that role, human resources is the person responsible for making sure that that's what you have.
We don't want you to get our people. We want to get our own people. We
And
want
that's-
your job to disappear. We want you to go away.
But if you have a good human resources person to support
Yeah, we can
you
use 'em.
finding that person,
Jeanette?
and to help you protect that person.
Jeanette,
so
I've
nobody
never
else
met you before. I'm sure I'm sure, as they say, you're a nice person. But I'm willing to bet you couldn't find talent if it had a bell attached to his ass. Because I've seen the human resource people and what they
Fantastic.
think is good and what they think is bad. And what they think is good is someone that can't get the company sued.
Maybe
And that's all they
there's
care
some
about.
clay in Witch Hill.
Not all the time. And
It is
Ronnie, I disagree. I think you're
100% of the
extremely
time.
talented. I think you're extremely talented. So I think
Yeah, now you do, but you wouldn't have seen me coming through the door. You would have been looking at my background and what college I went to and what previous people said about me instead of saying, wow, this kid's a fucking maniac. We ought to hand him a microphone. You would have been just the opposite of that.
Well, you know what? I don't think that all people feel that way. And maybe it's just me because I was a high school dropout, unwed mother, and
Hi.
have put myself through school and have, elevated myself to
Let's
a
fix
supervisor
this.
level within this large organization. So I really think that you can take people who don't have the most stellar past and who are not your typical
There you go.
employee and find the good in them that they can bring
That
to
is
the
my
business
job, after all.
so that they add value.
I'm telling you right now, Jenna, and this is nothing against you personal, but if I came over and it was like a cafeteria and there were HR people sitting there and then shit-eating prison guards were sitting next to them, I'd sit down with the prison guards first.
I probably would too.
All right, thanks so much, babe. Take care. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ.
She had that HR, sound to her voice. Where we here at HR, at a global organization, it gets very speechy.
Here's James. James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie Big. Question for everybody in the studio. You walk into a strange room with dudes you've never met. Are you seeing who you can be friends with, or are you seeing who you can take out? What's your first instinct?
Fez?
I would say friends with.
X?
Allies.
Oh, who am I going to fucking go after? I mean, Jesus Christ. Bunch of strangers?
Yeah, it's a party. You've never been there before. Friend of your girlfriend. You go in there and you're doing that size up thing. Are you saying who's going to be your boy? Or you're like, I can drop that motherfucker. I can drop that motherfucker right there. And that guy by the punch bowl, I can take him out.
By the way, I think the guys who spend their time the way that you're talking about are the guys who get knocked the fuck out. Because it is the worst fucking philosophy that you could have, is to say, I can physically fight my way out of this place. Some of the toughest fucking people I've ever seen in my life will only use that as the final option because you can still get fucked up even if you want to fight. I mean, if you think about it, a boxer, martial arts guy, they fight what? Once or twice a year? Where these bar guys, they're looking for a fight fucking 50, 60 fucking times out of a year. They're idiots. You can't keep that going. You can win a fight and still have a broken fucking nose. There's 90 fucking ways to get over before you have to fucking physically do it. But that doesn't mean that you run from it unless you need to fucking run from it. If it's fucking Mike Tyson, climb a fucking flagpole. Let's get over here to Cody. Cody, you're on the Run Fest show.
Hey, my dad always used to say when I was growing up that being nice doesn't pay the bills, and he would reference that a lot whenever we would know, men that would lose their jobs. And I remember my mom would always say, "Oh, he's such a nice guy, though, and he's so generous." But I feel sometimes those people don't stand their ground and are too aggressive.
What do you say to that, Fez?
I wouldn't say that, like, if layoffs come around, a nice guy is the one who's always going to be fired. That doesn't make sense.
But I think we're moving on. As a leader, who do you want? Is Obama a nice guy?
I think Obama's a nice guy.
Is he an effective leader?
I don't see much getting done.
Rudy Giuliani, nice guy?
No.
Effective leader?
Yes.
I think most leaders have to say,
you need one wooden plank.
what do we have to do to get this fucking job done? I'm just amazed how many fucking people are out here now who are very comfortable with not getting their job done. Or having pieces of their job fucking taken away from them and being like, okay, that's good, that gives me less to do. You see the people who don't give a fuck. You can actually walk around and see the people who don't give a fuck these days. I wish that we could just fucking time warp some people into this fucking age and see what happened to human beings, men in particular.
Be a crazy movie.
I know. I like to do a movie where fucking Buffalo Bill is just forced to show up at some marketing firm and see what happened to his fucking species. I think that you would put fucking... I will tell you something else. And there's this weird thing going on right now with a lot of Republicans. They're saying that they would back Donald Trump when obviously they don't
Give me
share
my fucking clay.
even a lot of political views with him. He's not the normal Republican and never has been. But I think they're looking for someone who looks like he could just fucking do something. Even if that's, fake from a reality show.
Hey, he'll pull the trigger. Doesn't matter what it is, though.
I'll tell you this. The worst fucking trait that I see in people is that when you're at a meeting, the people who don't speak up during a meeting, and then they get called on, and you can see that they still don't have an opinion. Because they feel like I can't either back it up or anything I pick could only get me in trouble. We've got fucking tons of those kind of people. The right people. Mara, PA, you're on Run Fest.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah.
I was just hired at a facility in New Jersey to be the receptionist, to take over for a girl who they would like to fire, but HR is too afraid to because she said, "I'm black and I'll sue you because you're saying you're firing me because I'm black." So I basically babysit her and do the job. She's being paid, I'm being paid, and HR is just too stupid or too scared to fire her.
Well, because they realize it's cheaper to keep her in the building than it is to fire her and have to go in and defend themselves. This is where we are in the world. And once again, it comes back to fucking
how do I get across
slight
this
pieces
swamp?
of money over any kind of commitment to what's right.
It's ridiculous. She's rude, she's obnoxious, she's nasty, and I can't get my job done because they're too afraid to fire her.
What does she sit next to you every day?
Every day, we have 2 chairs at our desk.
And it's just a one fucking chair type place.
It's one little desk for a receptionist in the front of a facility, and she sits right next to me.
You've got to hate every day of your life.
I do. I'm in the car on lunch now, and I hate it.
I'm just sitting in your car, wishing you were something else.
And the other girl's in the passenger seat.
She's not.
She has to go everywhere with her. We're going to McDonald's now. All right, talk to you later, Mara.
Stick with her.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Jeff, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. One of the things about being a leader that I've noticed is that leaders don't
I have no idea
friends.
how to get back.
They don't go
Oh,
into
look
the
at that.
boardroom. They don't go into a meeting looking
How am
for
I supposed
buddies.
to get over
they
there?
go into a meeting looking for people, looking and evaluating who can get the damn job done right now when they need it done. And the thing is, then everybody wants to be their friend, but they don't give a shit if they have friends. They get the job done every day, day in and day out. I manage an apartment building. You can't be buddies with the people in your apartment building. You have to be a dick. Now, everybody wants to be your friend, but, that's how you get the job done, is you don't worry about who your friends are until after it's all said and done. You've got your buddies, but it's not at work.
But, this is the weird thing. Like, when you played sports when you were a kid, wouldn't you rather be on the championship team? I don't understand how we've lost that over the years. I thought we used to love to fucking achieve things in this country. Lisa, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddy. I was working at a hospital in Ohio, and my supervisor was a fucking idiot. I was smarter than her. She could not do my job, but they hired her because they needed someone to sign the paperwork. So, okay, fine. I do my job. I'm fucking good at my job, and I do my job well enough that people don't die. And she would come. I'd have 6,000 things going on in my department, and she'd come back, and she'd be shuffling her feet, and she'd be like, "So what's for lunch today? What are we all doing for lunch today?" And I would look at her and say, "If you do not have anything to contribute to this department right now other than asking me what the fuck is for lunch, get out of here." And I got turned in human resources and basically got pushed out of my job because I was a bitch. But I'd rather be a bitch than a fucking retard. So
What are you doing now, Lisa?
I do the same thing. I just travel. I travel from state to state doing the same thing.
It's really funny. Like, Ricky Gervais, I think, was the first to put this up there, and I think before that, Office Space. But it was to show how much bosses have changed in this country. The fucking boss in this country used to be like Space and Sprockets, used to be Mr. Mooney, the guy that would be yelling and the employees would be afraid of him. And now the bosses have changed into this, it's almost like an assistant to people.
Exactly.
I don't know what they've done.
They don't do a fucking thing. They stand there and they point their finger. And she literally was not qualified to do my job. I'm smarter, more educated, and more experienced than her. But they hired her just so that they would have a fucking name to say, well, when, she's in charge of the department, go hand her the paperwork. But whenever people would bring things to her to handle, she'd fucking hand it to us anyway. So I don't know why she was even there. It was such a waste of my time. She's a waste of space.
Hicks, I dig Lisa. I think she's kind of wired tight here, huh?
That's great.
She's
This
just
is
like
great.
ready to fucking go off any second.
Fuck yeah.
I just hate those people
Right.
because it pisses me off.
You get mad.
I do. I get mad very easily.
Girl Hicks could actually be your name. You could be Girl Hicks. All right, talk to you later, honey.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. It is the Ron and Fez show. Coming up a little later on in the show today, Fez has a cat that says cookie when you give it a cookie, Fez?
Yeah, what I do is I get a cookie out, I say cookie, and she repeats the word after me. Because she wants one really bad.
Now, this is another thing about Fez that, we're told something else for years. And then you find
Where's
out something
the goddamn
different.
clay?
Like we've been told
Oh
for
my
Fez for years, he hates the cat, he dislikes the cat, he has no interaction with the cat.
Wishes it was dead.
Wishes the cat was dead, doesn't want anything to do with it. But now we found out that he has tricks with his cat, including asking for a kiss and teaching it to talk. I never know what the truth is with him, Hicks.
That's weird. I saw the cat today. It's a nice cat. I can't believe Fez could hate it. I don't understand what's going on.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's a nice cat.
I want to save it for the big show. What are you opening with, the kiss or the cookie?
I'll probably open with the kiss.
Good, because I feel like the
Cookies,
talking,
yeah.
Once we have a talking cat, and we're going to shoot this, videotape it. It will go viral, and we will be on the Today Show by the end of the week. We'll be on Letterman probably right after that.
Sick.
And then Leno will ask us to come out to LA, and we'll go no. Just like Ricky Gervais, we have to do Letterman first.
That's right.
Which I can't believe that Ricky Gervais says I can't do.
I need to get foraging, right?
O&A until I do Letterman. What's the competitive nature there?
How do
I'm not going
gather-
to watch TV tonight because I heard a radio show this morning. I don't understand the competition, Dave.
Doesn't make any sense, Mr. Letterman.
By the way, did you watch Letterman last night?
No, I didn't.
The motherfucker with the hat is on. Chris Rock.
Okay.
By the way, there's so many comedians on Broadway right now. John Leguizamo, Jim Belushi, just on and on and on. It goes on. Ben Stiller, Robin Williams. So, Chris Rock comes on the show, and he said the name Dave after every sentence. He's said it so many times that either A, he had a bet with a friend, or B, he
I
was
bet you
trying
that
to
sand is where I
humiliate
get the
Letterman.
glass.
I couldn't figure
Let's
it
just
out.
do it.
But if I just kept calling you Fez and Fez and Fez
No,
constantly,
fuck you, you're
it's
wrong.
almost like I'm making fun of your name after a while.
Yeah, it's name calling using the
Oh,
actual
God.
name.
Name calling using the actual name. So I don't know what that's all about. I'm sure we will never do it. I just have a feeling 3 black guys were fucking cracking up every time going, he said it again, and high-fiving each other. I don't understand it, but it was also funny. But this motherfucker with the hat that he's doing is supposed to be a very good play. Let's get over here to Nick. Nick, you're on.
I'm about to get on Google and find out where this goddamn clay is. This is
People are
ridiculous.
confusing nice with more like well-mannered and respectful. If you're competitive, whether it's against a coworker or against another business or something, you have some kind of ill will towards them because you want them to fail and you want to succeed. But if you walk around like an asshole all the time, nobody's going to want to do anything for you. Doesn't mean you're not nice.
Well, so you're saying nice is almost even fake in a way.
Exactly. I mean, my father owns a business, and I see the way he talks to employees and the way he tells me, never fucking disrespect them. Like, don't put yourself ahead of them. But at the same time, you know, can't be too friendly or else they think you're a buddy. But you gotta find a nice balance, and that's what separates the fucking leaders, is they find that perfect balance to where you can be their buddy one day, but the next day it's like, what the fuck, man? You got to take care of this. They don't hate you for it. They, you know, they understand and they want to do it for you.
That's why it's always like.
That's true. I didn't even
you
think
know,
about
more
that.
vulnerable, like.
Yeah, but they
when
do have
you
the
get
tech
a
now.
girlfriend and then you tell her what you really think, and they're always like, "What? Wait, I thought that was." You're like, "No, that's an incompetent fuck, but I have to do business with him." That then, what you never need to do though is break up with that person, because then they're like, "You know what? Chris really thinks of you, Ron." And by the way, that's a perfect impression of Chris Stanley's chick.
No, I don't think it's that close.
Are you in there because you're afraid of the cat?
Oh no, I like cats. I like cats. I'm just in here because we have no interns today.
What do I care?
I can
Why
come
should the
inside.
show go on the back burner?
Show's not on the back burner.
Derek, you're on the Run of Fish show.
Hey, Ronnie, yeah, the rule of thumb that I was always taught being in the trades is if you like your boss, he's not doing his job. Not meaning he's going to be an asshole, but it's certainly not a guy you want to go out and have a beer with after work, the way he treats you at work. But they always get the job done. That's the difference.
Plus, a lot of those people that do act like they play up to the boss, they get no respect. You know what I mean? They'd be more respected if you think, I need this fucking person. Then you can act like Chris Stanley. Then you can fucking disregard everything that's fucking asked of you as a human being.
What?
Because you do more than is expected as an employee.
I just want the show to go well.
Do you think of yourself as nice, Chris?
No, I think I'm a scumbag. I'm not a nice person.
You're as close as what we have a pirate. in this fucking modern world. I guarantee you, if you could get away with it, you'd pillage.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Oh, son of a bitch. I'd love to go to a coastal town and just fucking rob some stores.
Wouldn't this be great, though? I wonder why this never got, like, let's pillage the village. You'd think it's something that pirates would have fucking yelled at. Almost been like a pirate bumper sticker.
They're carved in the back of that boat.
And, like, if I was, like, a pirate captain,
Yeah, I'm
if
gonna
I
look up
asked
where to get
something
clay. I'm
and I
done with
heard,
this.
aye, Captain, I'd be like, are you making fun of me now? I mean, that's so fucking cliche. I feel like you're fucking mocking me.
Yeah, really, dude. What the fuck? Getting the shim sham or whatever.
And I'll tell you something else. If I lost my hand and I had a hook and I had a peg leg and I only had an eye patch because I had one eye, I'd actually say this to my chick. Maybe pirating ain't for me. I mean, this is getting fucking ridiculous.
But it's all you know.
I know, but look, every fucking time I go out, I'm losing something. I don't feel good about it anymore. Everything hurts. My stumps hurt. My fucking eye socket hurts.
How else are we going to pay the bills?
I can't believe that you went through all that gold booty.
Says I'm supposed to get the
I mean,
knowledge
save
from him.
some of it. You know I'm crazy with it, but there's no reason that you couldn't be saving it.
I wonder if it's ever worked the other way. Some guy is like a blacksmith. He ends up losing a hand, gets a
Jesus.
hook, figures, well, I better give up blacksmithing and head to a ship, try to catch on there as a pirate.
Artie, you're on Running Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. No, I was just telling the guy, my wife's an administrator, in the medical field, and she has a great saying when she hires people. She tells them flat out, listen, you're either going to love me or hate me. If you hate me, I don't really care because you're going to get the work done in spite of it. And if you love me, you're going to do it because I love that, you're going to do it because you want to, please me. So it works out pretty well. So she doesn't care. She rules with an iron fist.
What about you? Do you love her or hate her?
I love her to death.
Oh, good.
31 years.
That's all that matters, dude.
There you go.
All right, peace out. I can't see Hicks's relationship lasting.
Oh, no. It's going strong.
I don't get it.
I do.
No offense, but I don't know what she sees in you.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm
You're too fucking grumpy.
I am a bit grumpy, sure.
Unless you're a whole different person with her.
Oh, no, I fly off the handle, 24 hours a day. Doesn't matter what's happening.
Is Brazilian Julie coming in this week? I saw her tweet something about it.
Looks like she's coming in this week, yes.
When?
Friday.
Funk Friday?
Funk Friday.
Funk Soul Friday. Yeah, check it out now. But, do we get a meeting with John this week?
I emailed John. I'm waiting to find out. We should be having a meeting with him.
I thought that we already said that when we had the last meeting.
We do. It's just that we didn't. He was going to email about which day.
Email or IM? Or text? Or tweet? Chris, you're on Run Fest.
Hey, Faz, I'm against you 99% of the time, but you were absolutely right about that HR lady. She had a speechy quality to her voice that freaked me out.
It is.
She just sounded
raining.
like she gives seminars.
That a bad thing?
No, but it's a typical HR thing. It's a stereotypical HR thing. Like she as a supervisor, I'm sure she runs the orientation for new employees.
Driver, you're on my Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, the best attribute to a leader is he'll praise you in public and rip your ass in private.
Like sexually?
No, that's not a good boss at all.
I don't know what you're talking about when you say rip the ass. I thought that was like a gay on gay thing. Doug, you're on Run Fest.
Hey, guys, I think that people have to realize there's a difference between friendship and coworker. I'm the boss. I own a salon and a beauty parlor, and I make a lot of money, and everybody below me makes a lot of money. They're not my friends; they're my coworkers. I have good friends at home. I'm nice to them, but the people at work, we're there to make fucking money. People don't realize that.
Actually, I think if men don't have a project that they're working on together, it's embarrassing to be together. Like when I watch, a fucking TV show and people are just being friends with each other, it fucking kind of makes me uneasy. I think men to be sitting together need to be working on something. Now, that could be, a bindle of fucking coke, don't get me wrong. Your addictions can, but you need to be doing something.
Thanks from Rails.
But I can't stand when men sit together and talk about women as if they were women. That drives me crazy. Or start bringing up fucking shit that's best said to a chick. And most of the things that you say, besides attack, should be said to a woman and not to another man. The only thing that should be said to a man is either I'll kill you or no.
Hey, more of that?
Or sorry, I thought you were somebody else. Hicks, do you have friends that you sit down and talk with, like two fucking guys talking together?
Like, I just specifically went there to talk to them?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't have
I'm
anybody like that.
Picking something up or we're taking care of something, but not like, hey, buddy, let's just hang out. That doesn't happen.
As a matter of fact, any man who, would be like that, I'm supposed to have talked to like that, like my dad or my brother, I'll just only lie to them and tell them that everything's great.
And there you go.
Lately, for the last couple of years, I've been just telling them that the Fez thing is a bit. I go, no, it's just a character that we're working on. It's going to have a payoff. Well, it's goddamn stupid. I know it seems that way now because you haven't seen it fucking play out. It's going to be great. By the way, how's your show doing? It's the only thing I can say. Well, I'll have to listen to your show sometime, Pop. I don't know.
Yeah, they like that.
He seems to be okay with it. Oh. Kevin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, Fezzy, you said the HR lady sounded like an HR lady. When people meet you, do they think you sound like a radio talk show host?
No, they don't.
No, but I will say this. Fez does have his live read voice.
Does he bring it out at parties?
I guess if he has anything to read. Hey, Devin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, this is from Fez. So if you're like a pirate and you cut off your hand, it would be more awesome to replace it with a hammer, because then you could whack people in the head, knock off their head.
I mean, that would only work if you were a fucking handyman. To me, if you lost your hand, it would probably be best to replace it with a remote. And just have a TV remote wherever you went.
A fork or a spoon, maybe.
Yeah, but isn't that a little gross because it's always getting dirty?
Oh, yeah, you would constantly have to be cleaning that thing.
Yeah.
This is very uncomfortable having you call, kid. How come you're not in school today?
Spring break.
What grade you in?
6th.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's this year's 6th grade crop look like? What are the girls? They happening? Not into them yet?
None of the 6th grade girls are high.
What grade do they start getting hot?
We're in 8th.
8th grade was my first abortion. That's a weird age, you know? I mean, you take a girl to an abortion clinic and she's riding on the handlebars of your bike. Why is that funny to you?
I don't know.
I almost started crying thinking about it. So, what's your big dreams, Devin, for when you grow up?
I don't know.
I got a feeling you're not going to make it, kid. It's time for you to start focusing.
Yeah.
All right. Call us the next time you think of something funny, all right?
All right.
All right. Tell your parents that you're calling up satellite radio shows.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later, kid. The kid's going places. I can see it.
Should he be like Daytona Beach for spring break?
Not at 12.
What's wrong with that?
When did you first start, what was the age that you started going away with your buddies like that?
Oh, like freshman in college.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah.
Because we used to do it in high school in Philly. You could go down to Wildwood.
Oh, sick.
Everyone just went to Wildwood. There was no other
Nothing
place.
I can plant.
Yes, there was some Rehoboth. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But we're getting drunk, Rehoboth, and then we started to go to Dewey Beach after that. But Wildwood was a town, that was our version of Vegas.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
And it was like a high school town. It would always be high school kids there.
Really? Just fucking populating it? Just getting fucking hammered? Going to parties and shit?
Whereas an 18-year-old drinking age back then.
Oh, what the fuck? Why did they ever raise it?
Because people fucking can't drive when they're drunk.
Oh.
Mark, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie. I don't know if Mr. Fez is going to go for it, but I would suppose that if one is going to have to cut their hand off, might want to replace it with a vagina.
Sounds like you replace your dick with a vagina. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Let's go over here to James. James, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a painter. Do custom houses and had some of my friends help me out sometimes. And this one of my friends told me he could paint, left him alone to do some stuff, and come back and his cut-in lines were fucking shitty. Told him in a nice way, that's not acceptable. Come back a little while later, he had taken the paintbrush and written, "You're mean," all over the fucking walls. Told him to get the fuck out. Then, afterwards, went and had a beer with him later. Got to separate it, but I'm a douchebag at work because that's my fucking name.
Let me tell you something, dude. That guy who did that, I would never even want to be friends with.
He ended up burning me, and he's pretty much been run out of town by everybody else.
He's a fucking scumbag.
It's just not right. If he didn't have the respect, and this is what it comes down to. If you don't have the respect, if you're going to be a friend with somebody, you have to have the respect to know that they're boss and what they say goes. And you have to separate it. And if they can't be a big enough boy to do it, then go put your panties on.
You should have choked him out like he was a friend. All right, if we're just going to be buddies here, I'm going to start fucking choking your windpipe. Because you are free to hit your friends. I don't know why that happens with guys. Toby, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, Mr. B, I agree with you with the men hanging out thing. We got some buddies. We have a fishing camp. But if we sit there for more than a minute, we got to start building something or moving something. We
Right.
can't do it.
I agree 100%. Yes, you can go golfing. Yes, you can sit there and get hammered. But just to sit around and have, coffee or something, that starts to get me fucking nervous. That's starting to come off like a different lifestyle choice, Hicks.
Like glory holes and...
I didn't even think of that.
Downtown.
Now that you fucking brought that up, I guess that's where this was all heading. But I'm going to tell you the truth, it never once popped into my mind.
That relationship moved fast from coffee.
Well, how does it work with gay guys? I mean, just think of how many times that you think to yourself, I'd like to have a blowjob right now, and then there's your fucking buddies that do it for you.
Hey, suck my cock.
You think like they treat blowing each other as the same way you treat help me fucking move?
Yeah, just get a nut off for me, buddy. Come on.
Do me a favor. You got the truck, right? Yeah. Blow me in the back of it. It's gonna fucking take 5 minutes. Don't start fucking nagging. It's not like I never blow you. I'm not fucking keeping score here. You did me this one fucking thing. Or I'm sure they never pay back money because you could just easily just blow your way out of it.
Where's that $200?
I couldn't put up with the fucking weirdness of it all.
It must be batshit crazy.
By the way, that little Maria Bello, how do you end up saying I'm a Haitian when you're from fucking Norristown, PA?
I don't know.
And she's like, I'm a Haitian first.
For life now. She'll live there for the rest of her life.
Poor thing.
Unless, her shooting schedule gets in the way.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, she's awesome, yeah.
I gotta find a Haitian place to take her tonight.
Can you help it?
Right now, if I'm going to Yelp, I'm going to read this new Kathleen from the Bronx.
Jesus.
Yelp that she's done. You read that yet, Fez?
I haven't read it yet.
How many days ago did I bring it up to you?
A couple.
Do you know she never misses one of your shows? You know this, right?
Right, yeah.
Would it hurt you to take 10 minutes in your busy schedule to read your friend's Yelp page that's hysterical? That we should be putting it up on 202 Friends right now as we speak? She covers the Philly waterfront.
Yeah, I will definitely check it out.
It's too late now. Now I don't want you to see it. Now you got no right to. Hicks, have you seen it?
Oh, I love Kathleen's Yelp page.
Good. Here's a fucking, seriously, a scumbag like Hicks who takes the time to read it. What are you so busy with? What are you doing? Watching Batman again?
Well, you know, when it comes on, sure.
When it comes on, it's not on fucking cable. So you gotta be putting a disc in somewhere. What are you doing that you're too busy to read this funny page by our friend?
Well, I guess I'm just, you know, working on other things or on other places online. No, I will definitely...
Any of these things that you're working on don't show up here on the Ron and Fez show. So I gotta find out what the fuck you're up to. I think that you could take 5-10 minutes and read her funny Yelp page.
Oh, God, I have to have a wooden anvil.
If you can't find a Haitian place, I'll just take her to an Asian place. Doesn't matter.
She won't notice the difference. I think.
I didn't even know what she was talking about. This fucking new TV thing wasn't in any of the prep at all.
I guess it was just the pilot she just shot that maybe.
But I didn't even know about the British show. She's a beauty, though. You know one thing, if I was Haitian, I'd be happy if she showed up all the time.
Oh, yeah, hanging out in the neighborhood, showing us movies.
Did you put Kathleen from the Bronx up on 202 Friends yet?
Not yet.
If anybody follows Yelp, I want you to, like, friend her on there, whatever it's called, and then comment on her. HTG has a great Yelp page, too. But hers is New York, mainly, and other places. And let's face it, Kathleen from the Bronx, for whatever reason, she loves her Philly stuff. It's time to drop Bronx and start to load Philly into her name. Kathleen from the Philly.
That works.
That's why I wish that I could get Ope and Kathleen to be friends when Ope goes down to Philly. Kathleen could be part of his Philly crew.
I don't see why that hasn't happened yet.
Fez, don't get away from the computer. I don't want you reading her page now. You have no right to. You have no right to. You didn't even know. You went and did it the other way. You didn't even know what I was talking about. You didn't know I was working an angle. Did that Marie Bella like me or the Alcu guys?
Just like you.
Because I saw she was hanging with some kind of friends of the Alcus.
That's all right.
Her assistant. Who was like incredibly touched by everything that we were talking about.
Well, Haiti's in need of a lot of help. We put out some awareness for them.
He was asking me about any pizza places around here, and I go, oh, there's plenty of places. He goes, do they have half slices? I go, can't you just get a fucking full slice, tear it in half? He goes like this, I don't trust myself.
Oh.
Not the way I've been lately.
Have some self-control there, buddy.
We got to break. By the way, what was the name of that? A lot of people asking me about that Asian fucking Steely Dan cover band. What are they called? Steely what?
Steely Shodan.
Let's come back with some of them. This is my favorite fucking band right now.
They're amazing.
The one thing Fagan and Becker were always missing was an Asian accent. That was it. It was the only problem. Steely Shodan, my favorite group. I'd love to bring them in here one day.
If they're touring,
by the way, are we doing anything on the Pipes of Peace?
Yeah, we're waiting on Brian. Brian, our intern Diesel, is organizing his pipe band to come in here. Yes.
Okay, good.
He's not in today, but tomorrow.
We break. Coming up a little later on, the world's first talking cat. Skippy the cat will be on the Ron and Fez show. Where are you keeping him now?
She's in her carrier. I'm gonna let her out during the break.
I didn't even see her.
So she gets acclimated to the room a little bit. She was out in the office all morning. So I just had to put her in the carrier.
She's been in a fucking suitcase this whole time?
Well, yeah, just for the...
why didn't you let her out all this time?
Well, I didn't know if Maria Bello has allergies, that sort of thing.
I mean, what sort of thing? There's only one thing. Does she have allergies?
I don't want her to get scratched.
Hicks, would you think this cat would scratch people?
No, this cat is so
I got
gentle.
scratched this morning. I got scratched twice.
By Maria Bello?
No, by Skippy the cat.
Gentle
Damn good
cat.
thing, or else I'd cancel the date.
That's the name of what it should be. Gentle cat.
Tell her, by the way, I'm just going to have Haitian food delivered to my house.
Okay. I'll pass that along.
And we'll eat it Haitian style. Whatever that means. Then find out what Haitian style is and get back to me.
I'll look into it.
We get to meet a lot of fantastic people in here, but nothing more fantastic than the women.
Simply wonderful.
Would she be the kind of gal that you'd go for, Hicks?
Yeah, she's great. She's fucking cool as shit.
I mean, if she had more hooks in her face.
She can get some work done, sure.
How many piercings does your chick have?
Just one.
That's it?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah, just the one.
Doesn't even have her ears done.
Oh, well, yeah, this one, yeah. Those.
So now we're up to 3.
It's just one. Just one of the ears.
I assumed it's the ears.
Break, cat, jump, unfez.
The virus. Ron and Fez.
Alright.
The Ron and Fez show.
I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's been fun. I hope you have a good evening. I'm going to shut it off. So you have a good night's sleep. Thanks for hanging out and watching Graveyard Detective or whatever this is. Alright. See you later.